And welcome to the Aaron Kantzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Kantzman. We speak about your life, your money, and your investments. And as always, we're coming to you from the spiritual and soon to be financial capital of the world, Jerusalem, Israel. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. If you've not yet done so, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. And if you know somebody who might actually find this interesting, go ahead and hit the share button below as well. So I'd like to speak today about what's going on right now. Everybody's freaking out. DeepSeek. What is DeepSeek? And the ramifications of DeepSeek on the world. Well, DeepSeek, I'm quoting right now from Yahoo Finance. DeepSeek is a Chinese AI startup that just over a year old has stirred awe and consternation in Silicon Valley after demonstrating breakthrough artificial intelligence models that offer comparable performance to the world's best chatbots at seemingly a fraction of the cost. DeepSeek's emergence may offer a counterpoint to the widespread belief that the future of AI will require ever-increasing amounts of power and energy to develop. Global technology stocks tumbled in late January as hype around DeepSeek's innovation snowballed and investors began to digest the implications of its US-based rivals and their hardware suppliers. Okay, so what does it mean for simpletons? It means that they can create AI at a fraction of the cost, right? The big thing with AI was that it needs huge amounts of energy to propel it forward. And they seemingly, DeepSeek can apparently, right? People aren't sure if this is actually true or not, but the thought is that they can do it for much cheaper. And then sort of like the preeminence of US AI leaders like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, which is Facebook, may be in jeopardy, as well as the fact that they've committed to huge amounts, like Microsoft and the like, have committed to huge amounts of spending for AI, and it can be done at a fraction of the cost. Okay, now world markets are dropping. Clients are calling. I got a client who said, wow, what should we do? The markets are crashing. First thing you do is you don't panic. Okay. Markets go up and markets go down. Markets have gone up a lot. Okay. And so they're going to go down a little bit. Okay. That happens, right? If you're investing in the stock market, that is something that will always happen. Okay. And if you're not prepared for that, don't invest in stocks. The other thing I'd like to focus on is something that I've mentioned before, and that's the reason or the need maybe, right? The data says not to, but not to invest in individual stocks, because this is a great example. Let's say that DeepSeek actually takes over the world, right? And the NVIDIAs of the world fall into the dustbin of history. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but let's just say that's true. The beauty of investing in indices and not in individual stocks is that, especially in technology, right? You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be the one who's keeping up with cutting edge technology, right? The world in terms of technology is running forward at like 1,000 miles an hour. And unless you actually understand what's going on and you're forward thinking and actually can sort of figure out what's going on, and right, the fact is nobody saw this coming, and that's why everybody's freaking out. At the end of the day, right, again, going back to that dustbin, right? If you go back historically, which the high-tech companies, which everybody thought were, God's gift to technology, and now they're like, okay, just, Nokia, remember everybody had a Nokia phone? Where is that now, right? Intel, right? They're still a big company, but they were passed by in terms of technology. And if you invest in the index, you're sort of always getting the cutting edge technology, right? Because those companies which are doing very, very well float to the surface of the market weight index, and those companies which were at the top and are no longer cutting edge start sinking. So you end up, maybe with a little bit of a lag, but who cares, with the future of technology, let's say, always in your portfolio, as opposed to now, what do we do, right? Well, is DeepSeek really the next best thing? If that's the case, should we dump NVIDIA or not dump NVIDIA, right? Those are questions that most retail investors aren't even equipped to answer. There's no way for them to answer. The other thing that this tells us is that one should diversify, right? It's great to invest in technology when everything is riding high. But then when things come crashing down, it's not so much fun. And that's why, if you have a portfolio that also includes value stocks and mid-cap stocks and small-cap stocks and some real estate and whatever, I'm not just giving examples, right? I'm not telling you to go out and buy these things, but you're able to cushion, right? You're able to withstand that drop a lot better, number one. Number two, you have a slightly more steadiness, let's say, in your portfolio. Okay, so we've learned a couple things today. Number one, don't panic. That's the biggest thing you should do. Certainly don't call me up and say, "Oh my God, the world's coming to an end." Okay, you can call somebody else, call your friend, but I don't want to hear that, because all I'm going to tell you to do is stay the course. Okay, that's what I'm going to tell you to do. Number two, you may want to rethink your desire to invest in individual stocks, because once again, we have an example of where it pays to invest in broad-based market indices. And number three, it once again helps us understand the need for diversification so that you can have a smoother ride when the DeepSeeks of the world come out and upend whatever we thought was going to be the future of technology, or if anything else, that is. Okay? You've been tuning into the Aaron Katzman Show. We speak to you about life, your money, and your investments. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. If you've not yet done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and to the podcast. And if you think somebody might find this interesting, go ahead and share it with them as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll speak to you soon.